Hey, everybody! Welcome back to Yoko and Frisky's Dimensional Rift. This time, we're going over the latest and greatest movies from HBO Skinemax and some of the games that may have come out, or maybe something that we're playing right now. You never know. And what toys are coming out this summer for Mortal Kombat, or even the jam of space. And here is my brother from another mother, MC Metro Card Frisky.
Hello, everyone. It's good to be back. I just came from a wedding in downtown Brooklyn, and I came across the DMX Memorial. Rest in peace, Darkman X.
Wow, you went to that?
We technically drove past it.
Okay, that's still, we'll count it.
But yeah, man, it sucks. He was a legend. We lost a legend. He will not be forgotten. But we also have some other fun things to talk about. Marvel released a new trailer for Shang Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings.
Oh, snap.
We got our first Asian American superhero. And you know what? For you guys, just because you guys are so awesome, I'm going to do a live trailer reaction. Mm-hmm. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
I haven't done one of these in a while.
I watched Shang Chi and I was just like, okay, shit.
You were like, not my Shang Chi.
No, God, no, I didn't do that.
He's not like Iron Fist.
That was just, I couldn't even finish it. I feel bad because this is kind of like the experiment. If you're a good actor, play the part. But I'm like, I get that. I do, but we have a lot of diversity and a lot of good comic book material. Just follow that. There's nothing wrong with that.
In my opinion, we just need more kung fu movies. I feel like superhero movies have taken the place of, martial arts flicks, and I want to see a resurgence of that. So hopefully this is the right direction.
Yeah, I'm cool just watching old ones. I love how bad they are.
Oh, yeah. We'll talk about those. The China O'Briens.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
But anyway, let me look at this trailer. I'm going in blind. I haven't seen it yet. So here we go. He's doing push-ups. Oh, they're playing some Eastern music.
Yo, you said Eastern.
Yo, my girl Aquafina in the house.
Oh shit, Aquafina?
Yes. I love it so far.
Well, Aquafina, now we gotta watch it.
Ninjas.
Ever since she was in Crazy Rich Asians, it just changed for me.
No, I love her. She's hilarious, especially in Nora from Queens.
Yeah, it's all on HBO Go.
So,
HBO Max, sorry. HBO Go's a waste of time.
So the title character has really nice abs.
He's punching a lot of stuff.
It looks like he's about to fight Shang Tsung.
Yeah.
Maybe we're getting a crossover. Oh, he's fighting a ninja in a construction site.
Ninja, please.
This movie looks like what Mulan should have been.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
This is exciting. He's fighting on a bus just like Bob Odenkirk and Nobody. That's Shang-Chi, bitch!
No, you're right.
I love it. Oh, that poor car. Oh my god, this is the remake of Speed we need.
We make a good team. Doesn't sound like there's any political agendas there.
I think it looks dope. What's cute about the actor is years ago he tweeted out saying, "Hey Marvel, when are we going to talk about Shang-Chi?" And then like 6 years later he got the part.
Yo! See, he was doing a self-fulfilling prophecy,
I know, man. But I mean, I'm assuming that's him in most of the shots doing his own stunts. Of course, there's going to be other
Yeah.
people, but he got ripped to play this character, and the fight scenes look great, especially like in the wooded forest area. They look like something out of Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. It looks really pretty.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't have that regular Marvel aesthetic. You know how some of the Marvel movies be looking kind of grayish.
Yeah.
This one has color, baby.
Very gray.
But I'm excited. I'm gonna have my Chinese food in the theater. I'm gonna sneak in some ramen noodles, and I'm gonna have a blast.
Oh my gosh. You're like, this is how we do it.
But yeah, it's been a good time for martial arts flicks. Cause what just came out? What did we watch last night?
And
Tell the kids.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
And we watched Mortal Kombat. I'm pretty sure you said that, but you like clocked out.
I cut out?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I was saying Mortal Kombat.
There it is. Yeah, man.
I was telling my friend, I was like, dude, it was pretty good. They were like, are you sure? Because I was burned by the original. I was like, that was in the 90s.
Well, let's get into it. What did you like about the new Mortal Kombat?
It really hit the source material dead on, and not 100% dead on, but enough that you knew the characters were, you knew they were going to have a part. The main character I honestly didn't necessarily care for, but I liked him as a plot device. And
he's literally just a plank of wood.
yeah, because like the past Mortal Kombat movies were about what's his name?
Liu Kang.
Liu Kang, yeah, they were always about Liu Kang. And he's like the poster boy Ryu, because every fighting game has to have a Ryu. I don't care what y'all say. Ryu is the default fighting character. Mario is the default platform character, and like, you don't even have a character in Call of Duty, but Call of Duty is the default shooter. So, really, there's no main character. It's just Call of Duty. That's the character.
Ryu is so basic as a fighting game protagonist. He even creeped into the new Power Rangers fighting game and has his own costume and everything, which I'm okay with.
But, do you have that game?
No, I played it before. It's okay. It's pretty basic, but it just didn't keep my interest for long. I just kind of got sidetracked.
I feel like it's a Tekken downgrade.
It's more.
It looks like it plays like Mortal Kombat. Sorry, what?
They're trying to copy like Marvel vs. Capcom, which is cool with 3-on-3 fights. But the thing is, they barely have enough characters. They only have like 22 on the roster.
Yeah.
And there's like 3 versions of Tommy. That's besides the point.
I mean, everybody loves Tom. Everybody loves Tom.
Everybody likes Tommy. Timmy.
Okay. Yeah, we'll get into it when we run down the road. But what about you? What Mortal Kombat? What was your favorite?
I thought the movie was decent. I love that they finally made it rated R. They gave us some good fatalities. I'm just gonna put a spoiler warning just in case. Spoilers from the new Mortal Kombat. Alright. So, there's just some real weird choices they made. Like that girl with the wings, Natira. She's from like Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance, which is not a very popular entry in the series. And she shows up in the movie just like once. Like, here she is. And then the next scene, she immediately gets killed by Kung Lao.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. It was a great fatality. But that's the thing. That's my biggest problem with the movies. Like, these aren't really characters. They're kind of just like, it feels like people in like cosplay. It's like, here's Melina. And she had no lines. It's like, Melina's a badass in the video games. We want to hear her speak. and she's Kitana's sister. So this movie doesn't have Kitana in it. So it's like, why have Melina in it? It's a weird choice.
Which was interesting. I thought Katana was gonna be in it.
Her fan is in it.
Yeah, she's coming though. They were like, we couldn't fit her in there, so we're just gonna put her fan.
Yeah, it's super odd. And then you have people like Cabal, which is like, he looks great, but you expect him not to talk that much, and he was talking a lot, and it's like, whoa. Because
I've never played those characters.
Yeah, like these are like C-list characters. Well, not Melina, but Natira. And then there's a guy with the axe. I mean, the hammer. His name is Reiko.
Yeah, I don't even know. Reiko?
Yeah, but in the game, he doesn't look anything like that. He's just a regular dude with like black face paint on.
Oh. Well, he's gone. I hope he doesn't come back.
Yeah, so the villains for the most part just kind of like sucked. They were just like cannon fodder. And, and then going back to the main protagonist, Cole Young, he's boring as hell. And you know, he has like a wife and kid, but you don't really get to like interact with them that much. You see him in the beginning and then like towards the end. And I didn't even know that was his kid until she said daddy at some point. I'm like, oh, I guess that's your father. The movie failed to communicate that, and he's just standing around a lot. Like, he doesn't have like anything interesting to say. It's like, I don't mind you guys making a new character, but it's like, you got to make him interesting. You gotta have us care about him, and you know, because
it just felt that that character is appealing to. He's literally a self-insert character.
Yeah, but you know, that's taking up a slot. That could have been Johnny Cage. It could have been you know, Kitana or Jade or whoever your favorite character is. So,
but I got excited for the supposed sequel.
Yeah, that's what it seemed like they were doing. They were really like planting the seeds for like future movies, which is fine. You know, I got no gripe about that. But it's like, make sure you make a solid first entry first.
Yeah, no, I agree. So let's talk about some things that were just like weird. Like, to me, it was weird. Sonya, I'm no spoilers, but
no, we can spoil it. Go ahead. Okay. I gave the warning already.
I liked how the movie progressed. No problem. I just felt bad for Sonya. I really did. I was just like, dang, girl, you're getting shafted, and you're getting guys excited about that.
Yeah, she wasn't invited to the cool kids party. She's like, you're like, you don't have a cool tattoo. What are you doing here?
Right? And they're like, she didn't go, oh, she was just like, I'm still staying. What you gonna do?
Yeah, Sonya was cool.
I'm still yeah.
I liked her, but the standout of the whole movie was freaking Kano. Like, the whole internet loves Kano right now. He's basically what Johnny Cage would have been if he showed up. He's the comic relief.
Yeah, but Kano is dirtier. Just,
oh yeah.
like, I could smell him through the screen. I enjoyed his conflicting personality because you wanted to hate him, and it's like, yeah, I'm valid.
Yeah, a lot of people were saying, yo, give Kano like a stretcher because he's been carrying the whole movie on his back. Stuff like that, man. But he reminded me of Russell Crowe. I was like, did Russell Crowe just walk on the set and just started shouting lines? Yeah, but Kano was great. It's too bad that he fucking died at the end. But he had a great moment. He had a great moment with Reptile. Reptile looked really cool.
I was like, the only people who should make anthropomorphic animals are furries because they get it right. And then when I saw him, I was like, oh, he's perfect. He's perfect.
Yeah, dude. Like, when he showed up, he was invisible, and I kind of like had a brain fart. I'm like, oh yeah, Reptile can do that. Then he was shooting acid, and we got our, like, I think that was the first fatality of the movie. He ripped his heart out, which is like super sick.
I had to turn my head a lot. You know, I can't take gore.
Yeah, we had some brutal moments when Jax got his arms busted by Sub-Zero.
It was pretty grutastic.
Yeah, the best fatality was Kung Lao's. He was using his hat as a spinning blade. That's like classic. I definitely.
Oh yeah, dude. I was like, I sat there and I was like, is he gonna use his hat? And then he said the phrases.
Flawless victory.
Yes.
I was like, oh my god, they said it just like in the comics. Liu Kang summoned the dragon, which would have been very useful like earlier on in the movie. Like there's some good things here. It's not all bad. It just could have been better. You know, just give us a little bit of character development, because you know it's just like, why should we care? Like Raiden doesn't do anything in this movie. He puts up a force field and then he disappears to like the end of the flick. It's like, what's his deal? If you're watching this without playing the games, you're gonna be like, who the hell is Raiden? Like, what the hell is his purpose?
And then I'm like, Raiden's important. My friend named her child after him.
Yeah, and then the Shang Tsung, you know, he wasn't as cool as the original Shang Tsung. I mean, he sucked only one soul, which was Kung Lao. R.I.P. Kung Lao. Yes. Which is weird, because they were like, they could have stopped them. They were just watching it happen.
Yeah, like, yo, you're okay.
Like, Liu Kang was standing like 2 feet away. Like, he literally showed us in his intro that he could throw fireballs, and he doesn't even bother. He just like says, ah, fuck it. Can I take your hat when you're dead?
Yeah, right? He's gonna wear it.
But
he's gonna wear it.
But a lot of people most people universally agree that like the first 10 minutes of the movie and the last 10 minutes of the movie were like the best part. Because you get that sweet Scorpion versus Sub-Zero.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I'm kind of indifferent. I enjoyed the movie all around.
Yeah. It was a good time, especially if you watch it with friends.
Yeah, we were heckling it pretty good. So
yeah, it's like it's a step in the right direction. It's just like, you know, if you're getting a sequel, just step your game up, you know. You know, give us some decent characters, give them some personalities. Because what's great about the original Mortal Kombat is like the camaraderie amongst Liu Kang, Johnny Cage, and Sonya Blade. You know, they're going into this together, not knowing what this is all about, and you know, we're with them along for the ride, and that's what makes it a lot more enjoyable. Here, you know, you don't get that camaraderie. It's just people like standing around in circles, having a training montage, trying to unlock their secret powers. Oh my god, can we talk about Cole's stupid superpower? The power of like plot armor.
Yeah, I'm like, Cole, you look like you're in cosplay. You're not even like... It's the power of love, okay? And you need to accept that.
Oh, man. It just looks so lame. Especially, you know, he's fighting Goro, and Goro's, like, super badass. And he just fights him with his weak power, like wooden blades or something. It was just like...
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Like, come on, man, that's Goro. He wouldn't... In real life, Goro wouldn't go out like that.
I know. Well, his wife was like, you ain't touching my man. She took that axe, launched it. First of all, she did it wrong. You always go for the back of the leg or the knee, okay? Like, you get Goro in the knee and he's down. He's got like, you know, he only got a little bit left.
True that. Like, that was just weird. But, fights between Scorpion and Sub-Zero, that was the highlight. You got the guy from the raid playing Sub-Zero, and he's just using like everything you want to see Sub-Zero do with his ice powers, he does in this movie. You know, he makes it rain hail. He creates like an ice brick wall. He freezes a bullet. He freezes blood in midair. Sub-Zero is like fucking OP. Like Shang Tsung doesn't need
He really
anybody else.
was.
Yeah.
He really was.
So they should have just made the movie about Sub-Zero. Like he had a crappy game for the N64 back in the day.
Oh no! I played that with you. I was like, ugh.
It is so bad. I had to watch a Let's Play because I wanted to see past the second level. I wanted to see what the game looked like, and it's harder and more difficult. And yeah,
I heard it wasn't even very good. So
no, all the levels are like mazes. The platforming is god awful. But I would have preferred the movie be about Sub-Zero, because last year we got the animated flick that was all about Scorpion. So it's like swing the pendulum to the other side.
right. Swing a pendulum to the other side.
Oh, and another gripe about the movie is like the music. It just wasn't as cool as the '90s flicks.
Yeah, the musical in this one was all right, but I felt like it needed more like but they staged the scenes as if they were levels every time there was a fight scene, which made it great.
Yeah, Jax fights Horseman. I'm just gonna call him that. Or Hammer Guy. He fights him in like that classic level where the spike, you're on the bridge over the spikes. That was cool. I thought he was gonna like knock him down and he was gonna like get a stage fatality, but instead he just clobbered him with his arms, which I have to ask, like, is that his superpower? Because he had little baby robot arms, and then they just like morphed into these big robot arms. I was like, well, did he digivolve? Like, what the fuck?
He did evolve. Like, I feel like this version of the movie is like Pokemon.
Yeah, this movie feels more like a Mortal Kombat Origins.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the next one, we're definitely going to get the tournament, because we didn't really get a tournament in this flick.
Yeah, I'm kind of sick of the tournament scene, because a lot of the movies who've done it, including the old Mortal Kombat, Dead or Alive, Tekken, and Street Fighter didn't have a tournament.
No, it was just, here's this guy from the game.
Yeah, they're just not. I think the problem is they're trying to add two plots in one every single time. There's a tournament versus a, we got to save the world, because it's usually one or the other, you know.
True that. I mean, they don't necessarily have to do a tournament, but just give us a better story then, because they show up to train and then they get ambushed by Shang Tsung, and that's basically the whole movie. And it's like, oh no, let's separate them.
Yeah.
But hey, it was a good first movie. If they do a sequel, I'm sure it'll be better.
Yeah. I feel like with the sequel, with Johnny Cage coming in, we got a whole bunch of characters coming in, because I feel like they pulled from the newer games like Mortal Kombat 10 and 11. And wanted to take the original cast, the original, first 12? Hold on.
It's like 8.
Hold on.
Yeah, Johnny Cage couldn't be in the movie because he got Me Too'd immediately.
Oh my god. I felt like
happened.
this movie was fair on both sides. Like, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 7. There's 7. You're right. There's 8 characters. I feel like this movie was fair on both sides, because I was making jokes about like, oh, they're letting the woman sit down. She doesn't belong in it. They're gonna make some guy happy. And then at the same time, she just was patient and was just like, nah, man, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna earn my powers.
Yeah, she wasn't complaining. She wasn't dunking on the other guys for not having a dragon tattoo, which is another silly thing. It's like, why do you need a tattoo to compete in Mortal Kombat? Like,
well, that's true. It's stupid. Not just that, but she wasn't the motherly type, because they always make the female characters like, oh, I have to take care of him. She was just manning up to our buddy toothpick arms, and he doesn't deserve a name right now. And she's all like, "Yo, bro, just stick through it. You could do it. That's what bros do." And he's like, "Okay."
Yeah, but exactly, because when we're introduced to him, he's fighting in a, in the octagon, and he gets his ass kicked by a regular dude. Regular dude beats his ass, and then you're gonna tell me later he's gonna fight Goro and win? Get out of here, movie. Get out of here. But yeah, it's a good time. Solid. So, last episode we were talking about how you didn't watch Blade, and we finally fixed that. We watched Blade.
Yes! And it was worth it. It was everything that... I was like, damn, this is... Out of all the Marvel movies that started, this one was the best one.
Yeah, it holds up.
I'm not saying the best... Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was going to say it holds up really well.
I'm not saying it's the best Marvel movie ever. I'm just saying for the time it came out, it's the best one.
Yeah, for 1998, hell yeah, it was great. Especially the Marvel movies we had up to that point was like the canceled Fantastic Four movie, or the shelved, I should say. We had that crappy Captain America movie from the 90s.
I never saw it, and I want to so bad.
Oh my god. I can get it. I'm sure I can.
Well, I remember seeing the VHS tape, and I didn't know what it was. I thought it was like a TV show, because the way the VHS cover looked at the video store, it was cheesy. Hold on. VHS cover of Captain America 1990.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, here it is. I found it.
Dude.
It looked like a Super Sentai. It's categorized under Ninja Turtles. It's on Blu-ray now!
Azul Ray?
Yo! Yeah, somebody put it on Blu-ray.
That's amazing. Yo, his helmet had fake ears.
Yep, it sure did. It sure did. Let me send you a picture of what it looks like. I feel like this should be, not my Captain America.
Yeah, we had a Punisher movie with Dolph Lundgren. We had a Nick Fury movie with David Hasselhoff. Barf. Yeah, Marvel movies at the time were just a disaster. So Blade came in and just gave it a shot of adrenaline that it needed. And holy shit, like the first 10 minutes when they're in the club and he's just slicing and dicing folks. Chef's kiss. Yep. Pure perfection.
I just miss the music from the original. I think that's really the only complaint I had. I just took it as the ride it was. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like if you go into specifically Mortal Kombat as a fun trip, you're gonna have a good time.
Yeah.
Not a serious video game movie. Don't be like, ugh. Because I'm so glad now people are like, oh, there's source material for video games? Maybe we should follow it. Oh, there's source material for comics? Maybe we should follow it. But they're not doing anime any justice. So, like...
No, the secret is you gotta have people that are passionate behind the project, behind the scenes. It has to be script writers, cinematographers, director, producers. They all have to be on board. And, Ed Boon, he is deep into, he loves his Mortal Kombat stories. He loves telling the lore. And, just bring him on board as a creative consultant.
I know. Oh my gosh. Like, okay, let's talk about this. What properties that are ruined do you wish were fixed? Because I got a few. Or what properties do you think would do better now, either live action or as a game or as a movie? Live action or whatever.
Talking about video game wise?
Yeah, mostly.
Well, to this year, we're getting a reboot of the Resident Evil movies. And it looks like there's hope because They casted several of the characters. The tagline is or the subtitle is "Welcome to Raccoon City." So we're definitely already in the title. It's closer to the games than the last 6 movies were. So yeah, that's the big one, honestly.
Yeah. We got word of Sonic the Hedgehog, the sequel.
Yeah, Knuckles was on set. Knuckles has this big trailer.
Yeah, dude. Dude, everyone's like peeing themselves over it.
He has to keep
And
the
I'm like,
Master
Knuckles,
Emerald in the trailer.
I wonder who's gonna voice him.
The rumor is Jason Momoa.
Oh shit! Here I come, faster than the rest of them. You can call me Knuckles. Unlike Sonic, I don't chuckle. I'd rather flex my muscles. And I'm like, stop!
But on the flip side, we're talking about like games to movies. When we were watching Blade, I kept saying like, "Yo, this is like a video game, pretty much," because he's going to different levels, kicking ass. There's like there's the music is there, and I was like, "This would make a great game." And then I later found out like, "Oh, it actually was a game." Go figure. But yeah, it was fun. Like, he set the tone for all the superheroes movies that came after. And speaking of which, we have a brand new black superhero among us.
Oh my gosh! We need the sound part like introduce him. I'm ready.
Yeah, man. So this past week, the Falcon and the Winter Soldier wrapped, but it's not called the Falcon and the Winter Soldier anymore. Spoilers if you haven't seen it yet. What's it called now?
Falcon and the Captain America. I don't remember. Falcon and the
I know you were falling asleep. That's probably why.
No, I'm not. I have to pee. Can we pause it?
All right, so the show is called Captain America and the Winter Soldier.
Yes. Captain America and the Winter Soldier.
Because
the
our
best
boy,
romantic comedy since Civil War.
our boy, finally took the shield and he got the best costume ever.
Yeah, I gotta say, because I don't know actors' names, the Falcon, I'm that person. He really took up this part passionately. See, and you know what? I like Bucky. I've always liked Bucky. I was just like, God, Bucky, you're like every gay man's dream. You are.
Yeah, especially with that fluffy hair of his.
Oh my gosh. He went from Hot Topic to Twink in, overnight.
Yeah. So what did you think of the series overall? Now that it's over.
You know what? It was pleasant. It wasn't as stressful to me as WandaVision. WandaVision was good. I was just stressed because I was like, oh God, I want her babies to live. I want her to have a happy life. Oh my goodness. And it wasn't stressful in a I don't like it type of way. It was like, girl, Wanda, get your stuff together.
Yeah. This was definitely felt more of like a 6-part movie than WandaVision did.
I was just about to say that.
Because WandaVision was basically tailor-made to be a TV show because the premise is freaking sitcoms. So it made sense that you had, little bite-sized episodes. This one feels like a Marvel movie, but it's just cut up in 6.
Yeah. And it genuinely felt like we were... Here's the thing. Out of all the Marvel things I've seen so far, this one also genuinely felt like a comic book.
Yes.
And it wasn't cut like one, like that Hulk movie that would just make me want to throw up.
Yeah.
It was just genuine in the story because it followed the comics. And people were saying, I don't like bringing this up all the time, but the agenda thing just annoys me because it's it's been in your face for so long, and you need to acknowledge it because if it may not be your problem, but you can help stop the problem. How? By listening and not repeating actions from older people from the past. That's it. It's easier than you think.
There shouldn't be a problem or, an agenda, because if a black man in real life, if this would happen to in real life, it would play out like we saw it. Like, there's already people on Twitter that's like, Sam Wilson will never be Captain America, etc. It's bullshit. And it's the same way in the comics, because it's like, I don't understand why people are getting mad about the TV show, including politics and stuff like that and discussions, because the comics do it too. Where do you think they got it from?
The comics have always done it.
Yeah, always. I have all of Sam Wilson Captain America. I actually own it. That's something I collected every month because I love the story. And it was all about living up to the title of Captain America. Sam Wilson had his haters. He had people saying, no, he can't do it, because of the color of his skin, or they just think he wasn't good enough. So all of this carries over to the show, and you see in the very first episode, he's like, he doesn't want that responsibility because he knows what's going to happen.
Yeah. That, and like, when you see a person of color take on a role of a hero that you're used to seeing, it upsets people a lot. It upsets people a lot. And because it's not their original, it's not their vision of what they think. But then when they watch it, you get a 50-50. You either get a, oh wow, this isn't that bad, or they're like, oh well, I'm missing something. It's tricky.
Yeah, dude. Like, I've showed you some tweets that of people that have turned off the show after the first episode and saying, nope, not doing it. It's because, like, they're not open to change. They're so close-minded.
Yeah. Well, another thing is, it's like, bro, you really should have finished it. You really should have finished it.
Yeah.
I didn't want to see Invincible. Whoa, goodness, my cat just did a barrel roll. I didn't want to see Invincible, not because I thought it was just like another generic superhero film. Animated show, but I've read portions of the comic and it's just not for me. But now people are like, oh, there's an agenda in it. It doesn't follow the comics, and it talks about women, da 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 da. And I'm like, but isn't that what the original comics was about? I'm very confused where people, what forms of media people are reading, or if they're reading at all.
It's just sad that we can't have discussions in our media anymore because people just claim, oh, I don't want to see agenda in my program. I watch TV for escapism. It's like, that's great, bro. If you want escapism, go watch Teen Titans Go. Go watch SpongeBob. Yeah. And let us adults have the real shit.
But they want that I want to see myself in said media type deal. Well, it's just exhausting because I want to say, hey man, you don't know what you're missing, or hey man, this is the perfect way to get to know somebody who's actually going through some stuff. Because in Falcon and Winter Soldier, you got to see a black man with privilege and a black man whose privilege has been taken away.
Absolutely.
Which is very relatable.
I know, man. That whole story with Isaiah Bradley, how he was basically, he was basically the original Captain America, and they just, like, buried him. They're like, nah, you ain't gonna get no credit.
It is just so common.
Yeah, and that type of shit used to happen all the time, and I'm sure it still does to an extent. So, yeah, like, here's my thing. Like, I always thought Sam Wilson was a Captain America because when he was introduced, I remember we were watching The Winter Soldier together in theaters, and when he showed up on screen, we were like, "Yeah, black superhero representation." I
Yeah,
remember
we totally did that. We totally did that.
we were like,
we were clapping too and shit. We were like, yeah.
"Yeah," but this is why he's a good character because my boy John, he basically had the complaint like, "I don't see what's so great about Falcon. Like, I thought he was boring." Like, well, let me tell you why Falcon is great. I mean, I don't have to explain it to you. I'm gonna explain it to the listeners.
Yeah.
When Captain America and Black Widow were on the run from Hydra's crazy ass, guess who took them in and helped them out? It was Sam Wilson. He signed up knowing Captain America needed his help, didn't ask for anything in return. He's like, all right, when do we start? Like, that's a real hero right there. And then he was with them throughout the Civil War. He was on his side, got his back. Even though he knew Bucky was a crazy ass, he was still backing Steve up. That's a real friend.
Oh, yeah.
Without a doubt.
And also, they cherished each other's friendship. They really did.
Yeah, he's just an all-around good man. He was, like, at the YMCA helping people with their grief. You know, this dude loves to help people. And he doesn't ask for anything in return. And then in Infinity War, this dude, he fights aliens and doesn't even bitch about it. Like, he's like, all right, we going to Wakanda and fighting aliens? All right, let's go.
Yep. Here's another big thing. Why do we have superheroes? What do they fight for?
They fight for us, our freedom.
They fight for not just us. They do fight for political reasons. They do fight for, they fight terrorists, they fight bad aliens. But remember, I know Civil War had a segment with the X-Men in it, right? In the comics.
Yeah. Basically, from what I remember, I could be getting this wrong. I think they didn't want any, like, involvement in it.
Yeah. Which is controversial. Like, hey, man, you're superheroes. You got to do the thing. And I'm like, I pissed off a guy who... The reason why I pissed him off is because he was talking about Mary Jane and how he was like, dude, I'm not watching The Amazing Spider-Man, the next one, because Mary Jane isn't a redhead. And I was just like, she's done by this black girl, and I'm not racist, but it's just not my Mary Jane. And I'm like, why does it matter? Can you tell me Mary Jane's personality besides redhead? Also, you need to understand, Spider-Man's a superhero, and there's multiple entities of superheroes. There's different dimensions. It is canon. It is canon that there are multiple streams of dimensions. And if Mary Jane, his personality is that she's a redhead and dates Peter Parker, you need to really reconsider yourself. Because I know that Mary Jane has a vast history. And I know for a fact this guy never read anything about Mary Jane. Her comic books that came out, her own little series. Well, she didn't really have a comic book series, but she had a special. I'm pretty sure the Spider-Man the animated series had a special.
The Mary Jane Hanukkah special.
Oh my god. Looking for... Well, because she got thrown in that other dimension by... Green Goblin, and that was all about her. That struck me hard when Mary Jane got lost. I was like, yo, Spider-Man, you worked so hard to get that girl. No. So I just pretty much, people are talking about political agenda when superheroes stand for this stuff. They want what's right. They want equality. They want wars to be over. They want fights to be done, whether it's good or not. So I just don't think they understand what it really means to be a superhero. If you ever become a superhero and you're like, oh man, there's domestic abuse going on, that is just too political for me. I don't have to deal with it. The fuck is your problem? You're not standing for the justice and the peace that superheroes fight for. Like, even Batman, we're going in the DC universe, even Batman had to deal with a lot of racism. I listened to an audiobook. I know I'm ranting. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Where it was called Batman Dead to White. And it was about this kid. He's half black. He gets kidnapped because he was related to one of the police officers. He was the police officer's son. And he gets put in a camp with a whole bunch of racists. And they're pretty much white supremacists. And it was up to Batman to go find him and stop all the white supremacists. It was crazy. So
that's a movie you'll never see being made.
I really hope that happens, because if they say it's a political agenda, it's like, no, it's not. Batman always does this.
But here's the thing. It's Captain freaking America. There's going to be politics involved.
Yes! And, I mean, we've had politics with... Hold on. I feel like the comics that I've gone through, I haven't read any of the recent ones, but in the past 5 or 6 years, I know I've seen some that have to deal with racism with Captain America in general. So, not because of him, but the stuff he has to deal with and set it right.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm getting on a tangent.
No,
what was our next?
You're right, though. It's like, yeah, people are always against Captain America for different shit, especially in Civil War. You know, they were on his ass. But yeah, forget the haters. They're missing out. The show was great. I like what they did with Bucky. You know, he's trying to atone for his many sins. And I like that he went on like a little cutesy date at the beginning with the Asian girl. That was nice. You know?
Yeah.
Bucky ain't about Asian hate. He's about Asian love.
He totally is.
Yeah.
I mean, he should be your beacon of light. You know what I'm saying?
Of course. Like, my biggest nitpick with the show is actually the marketing behind it. And I'll tell you why.
Well, how did the marketing go? I need to know, because I don't, for all of you who listen, I try to avoid previews now and anything Twitter says or any ads that I get. So go ahead. I need to know.
Yeah. So the first thing we saw from this series was Sam practicing with the shield. This was last year at the Super Bowl. That's the first footage we ever saw. And then the trailers, you know, kind of like leaned in on that. But the whole story is basically, well, part of the story is about this new guy who takes over Cap's mantle as soon as Bucky gives up the shield. They give it to a white guy. Surprise. But the thing is, they already spoiled the fact that Sam is going to get that shield back eventually. Because we see him using it in the trailer. And like, you know, I don't usually watch trailers, but it's like, eventually I'm going to take a peek.
Yeah.
So
I just have a feeling that the Falcon was just going to get it, because they foreshadowed it in the movies. If you have to be like really dumb to not know, like, Cap gave the Falcon the shield at the end of the movie segment.
Exactly. So you were watching the series with this fake Captain America, wondering, oh, I wonder when Sam is going to get back the shield so he can like do that cool montage.
Yeah.
So it's just a little nitpick. It's like, I wish the trailers were cut differently, where we saw just fake Captain America doing stuff with it. And then it makes the viewers, you know, question, like, why isn't Sam doing stuff with the shield? Who is this guy? And then you go in rooting for Sam the entire time. But since I know he's going to get it anyway, it creates a lack of tension. But that's like my only nitpick. And I wasn't crazy about the villain either. Like, I know she had her issues. She said, you know, the little ginger girl, Carly.
She was mixed. I thought she was very pretty.
No, she's pretty, and she's a great actress. Don't get me wrong. I just wasn't compelled by her character very much. I think they should have did a little more to flesh her out, because I didn't really know what she was really fighting for. Like, she wanted to make things better, like they were before the blip. But it's like, how were they better? So you know, she's killing innocent people, and it's like, how am I supposed to feel sympathetic for this girl? Like, come on. And then at the
Yeah,
end,
dude.
the end of the series, she captures like, I guess, the people of the United Nations, and I'm like, I wasn't like completely sure what her plan was. Like, was she gonna kill them? Was she gonna hold them for ransom? Like, what are you doing? What are you trying to accomplish here?
Well, she wanted peace for her people, but she felt like she had to get rid of all of the political parties that are preventing them from getting what do you call it? Preventing them from getting sanctioned. My words are getting confuzzled.
Reparations.
Basically,
I don't know.
not reparations, safety. And we had the same thing happen in the United States. People forgot. We had people coming over in the around 2012. I think let's see. 2012, 13, 14, 15, around that time, refugees were coming over, and people were getting mad because they were like, they're going to endanger us. They're going to go off the handles and start more crime. There has been no record of that. I just got to remember who they were.
Google will have the answer.
Yeah, I can't remember. But I remember distinctly going to a furry con.
Oh boy.
And the refugees were there, and they couldn't speak English very well. And certain states were not taking these refugees because, again, the stigma was they're going to come over here, bring crime, rape people, blah, blah, blah. When that never happened. There was no... You think somebody who's in a country that's been blown up, seen their children die or their families die, they're going to come over here and kill... No. Think with your head. So this one, like, this Captain America segment was pretty... I was like, wow, this is pretty relatable to what is happening in America itself.
Yeah, and this series did get delayed due to COVID, so they were watching the protests happening, and they were like, "Huh, let's do some rewrites."
Yeah. Oh, they did?
I'm sure they did. Come on,
I believe you. You told me. You know what I mean?
Can't be a coincidence because by the end of the series, Sam is basically giving a Black Lives Matter speech to like the whitest dude ever. Which is good. It was a good speech.
Yeah. Even in this segment, this show is really going to go down. Like, I think most of the Marvel shows are going to go down in infamy. They know what they're doing, and I like it.
Oh, it's fantastic. It's good. You know, they're dealing with grief and real world politics, and you know, we need a voice for the little guy. Sam's gonna be that voice. You know, another nitpick is like, you know, there are all these super soldier bad guys, and I always thought that
I wasn't into that.
Yeah, it's weak for me personally, because that's like Steve's thing. Like, he's the super soldier, and with all of them running around and having them replicate the serum, it just makes him feel just a little less special in my eye. It's like,
yeah,
even though, you know, they'll never be as good as Steve. Come on, still though,
yeah.
It's like, you know, we've seen super soldiers. Like, you know, Bucky's a super soldier. Like, we got that, and then by the end of it, Johnny Walker's a super soldier. It's just like there's too many damn super soldiers.
Yeah, they're just so super and just not soldiery enough.
Yeah, but the fight scenes were great.
Yeah, they were. They were well choreographed.
Yeah, especially the beginning. We get like that great chase in the sky, and then the second episode we get that fight on the truck, which is really good. And then the Wakandans come.
Yeah, they do. I scream it. Well, actually, I had to delay because I turned my head down for like a second. I was kind of like tired that day, but then I turned my head up and I was like, oh my God!
Yeah, that fight scene was probably the best because they were just whooping ass and they weren't even trying hard.
Yeah, they didn't even try hard, A, and B, they don't have any super serum in their bodies. They're just like, we strong women. Y'all, no, okay, they don't talk like that, but
Yeah,
step up.
Johnny Walker said the line, they don't even have suit. They're not even super soldiers. Oh, I'm gonna cry.
So shook.
Yeah, and well, there's no more super soldiers anymore because Zemo took care of that shit. Our boy from Civil War. You hated Zemo.
I did. I was just like, go away. You're ruining the ambiance.
Well, they marketed the show as like a buddy cop movie between Bucky and Sam. But it really didn't get that. Like, they were bickering in like the first and third episode a little bit. But throughout the series, they're just like, I can't hate you. I love you too much.
Yeah. I kind of wish... it's just sad. I love both Marvel and DC. I just wish DC would just understand what to do with their shows now and just like read from the source material. It's just, make it better.
Yeah. When Zemo came, he just stole the show from both of them because the internet was just talking about him and his dance in the club. He was like fist pumping and shit.
Yeah.
But
I love it.
Yeah, but he's a thinking man's villain. You see, he doesn't have super soldier serum, and he's always like creating trouble for the guys in the comics. And I'm sure he's gonna come back. He's definitely gonna come back.
Yeah.
He's talking to little kids on the street, giving candy to little kids. Oh man.
Lord.
And then we possibly have another villain in Sharon Carter, which I did not like what they did with her character.
Yo, I was taken aback. Like, I was not expecting her to be like that. I really wasn't.
Yeah, because it's so strange. Because you're saying, you kept asking this, like, why she's like on the run. Well, in Civil War, she stole back Captain America's shield and Falcon's wings from the government. And that's why she had to go into hiding, because she get arrested. So all this time she's in like that seedy, really sketchy place. I think, what's it called? Magna Carta. I don't know. I don't remember. Let's call it Amsterdam.
Damn. Staten Island.
Staten Island, yeah. So she's in Staten Island for like 7 years or so, because we don't know if she got snapped or not. So she could have been there for a long time. And she just becomes this lady that's like leading a criminal empire all of a sudden. I'm like, damn, girl.
Yeah. I was like, shh.
Like, you need a hug?
Girl. That's just too much.
Yeah, man. And then she's the one that kills Carly at the end. She just like shoots her ass. She's like, oh, you're not working for me anymore. Bye.
Yeah.
It was just really jarring. She just feels like a whole different character now. It's weird.
Mm-hmm.
So I wasn't crazy about that change, man. Like I could have her rough around the edges, but she just feels totally different. But whatever, we'll see how that goes.
Who was saying in the server, like, your grandmother would be very disappointed in you?
Aunt Peggy would whoop that ass. She'd get the belt real quick.
Right?
Like, come on. Because that's the
They
thing.
pardoned her and she's like, I'm about to do some worse shit. Let's go.
She's like, I'm about to sell like all the government secrets on eBay, the dark web. I'm gonna get some Bitcoin. Oh man. And it's weird because you go back to like Winter Soldier. She was on the good guys team. Like, she wasn't with Hydra. She was trying to help out. And then in Civil War, she helps out Cap again. So it just feels like a 180. It's like, oh, okay, like you're a bad guy now. Okay,
yeah.
It's just very strange.
I agree.
But
what you gonna do now?
Yeah, but let's talk about Captain America's new costume. That shit, I saw it and I almost cried, man. It was
great.
Beautiful.
It was pretty great.
He came through the window. I was like, oh! I squeaked like a little girl and shit. I was clapping.
You so did.
The first thing I said, I was like, I want a statue of that right now.
That'd be really cool. Let me look for you.
Yeah.
We could 3D print one.
Ooh.
Well, I can't print it, but my friend can.
But yo, like I like how they were compensating for his lack of, super strength because he's just a regular guy.
Yeah. So's Batman, and he got money. And what's his name only has like average money.
He doesn't even have money because he goes to the bank and they deny him a loan. They're like, you ain't got credit for 5 years. Bye, Felicia.
Wow, that's crazy.
But it's real shit though. Like that's Marvel at its finest when they're just dicking over their superheroes' regular lives. Like this dude, he was an Avenger for like years and he wasn't getting paid. Tony Stark didn't have like a retirement plan for these guys. Like that's messed up.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway.
I mean, it's tough. It's really tough.
Yeah.
Tony Stark didn't have stocks for them. Tony Stark made them poor. Tony Stark made them... Yeah.
But dude, like, so he doesn't have strength, but he was compensating with the wings. Like when he caught the truck, he was pushing forward and like he had like he has two red wings now, which is cute. They were pushing on this truck with him and the thrusters, and I was like, oh shit, like, because he's a regular dude, like can't lift that truck on his own. And then he was fighting Gingerface and Gingerface.
Wow.
Ginger Snap. He was fighting her, and then you saw the wings like buck down into the ground, and they were like holding him up so he can like stand toe to toe with her. Like that was awesome, man. Like I can't wait to see more of that in his movie, because now he's gonna get his own Captain America movie,
which is great. I'm happy for that. I really am, genuinely.
For sure.
All the Marvel movies have been really good. There's some that I'm just like, man, like the first 2 Thor movies, except for Ragnarok and
Incredible Hulk.
Yeah, I was gonna say the Hulk, but I'm like, let me not say it.
No. My least favorite is Iron Man 2. That shit was like weak.
Yeah. I don't even remember Iron Man 2 to be frank with you. So
that's why. I bet you don't even remember the bad guy.
I really don't. I saw it on an airplane, so
the best part of the movie was the landing.
I just remember a million Iron Man suits coming at people.
Oh, that was Iron Man 3.
Oh my god, I can't even remember them. I only remember the first one.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Because I was literally we're watching it, and I was literally saying I hope he gets a movie, and then the first thing I click on, like I got back on Twitter because I was off of it the whole day. I didn't want any spoilers. First thing I see is like Captain America 4 is happening, and I was like, fuck yeah.
Yeah. Captain America 4. He's coming, Captain America 4. And then they sing the songs.
Yeah, you think Bucky's gonna get with Sam's sister? It's gonna happen.
In my mind, Bucky will always be with any Captain America that exists.
He can't cheat on Sam. That's his new boo.
It's true. Aww.
Yeah, because at that therapy scene, they're like locking legs with each other. It's like, are these two gonna kiss?
I know. It's like, yo, what's happening? What is happening?
These two gonna kiss. Real quick. R.I.P. Kel Mitchell, aka Battlestar.
Aww.
You know, you were in it. You had a role. I wonder what they're gonna do with Johnny Walker now that he's like Elaine's little assistant or whatever. Got Elaine from Seinfeld in the MCU now.
That's so funny. You know, like I moved up from Seinfeld.
Did she's making that real money?
She making that Disney money.
Where they should cast the guy who plays what's his face, George. They should cast him as MODOK or something.
That'd be funny.
Yeah.
MODOK. I just saw a preview for another Marvel film with God, I forgot his name. The dude with the big ass head.
It's MODOK.
Yeah, MODOK. Sorry, yeah. The MODOK movie.
He was the villain in last year's hit video game Avengers.
That I have points from Square Enix for, and they won't give me shit.
Yeah. Just gonna leave me hanging.
Yeah.
Yeah, overall, series was great. I can't wait to binge it again. I wish they had an option on Disney Plus where you can see all the episodes back to back, but no like interruptions, like no credits at all.
Yeah.
It's just a seamless dive.
We could write to them and be like, do you have a marathon mode?
Dude, you know how long it took for them to get the continue watching button to work? It'll take them like 6 years to create that mode.
Oh my god. Yeah, it did take a long time.
People were like, I don't know where I left off.
That's so funny. Yeah, when Disney Plus came out, there were people, I had to call them, and I was on the phone for a good 20 minutes just so I can fix things, my credit card, so I can watch stuff properly. That's how it went.
Disney Plus can make up for it if they just give me an endless loop of Johnny Walker getting his arm broken.
No, stop.
When that happened, I clapped. I was like, yeah, bitch. Getting back to S.H.I.E.L.D. You out here innocent, killing people on World Star. You don't deserve that
Y'all need
shield.
to stop your shit.
I wish he was the main villain. He was definitely a lot better than Ginger Girl.
I agree, but it would have hurt other people's feelings, if you know what I mean.
Nah, I don't think so.
Like,
Everybody hates this guy. Like, he was getting the actor that played him. He was getting death threats.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not.
He's doing his job pretty well, because I don't like his character. I felt a little sympathy for him, but I don't forgive him.
Exactly. That's why he would have been like a perfect antagonist. Because he's like Captain America, but like mentally effed up in the head by the government. He's a product of them, and then they essentially abandon him by the end of the show, and he becomes an agent of Seinfeld.
He's like, I'm back in business, baby.
He creates his like Hasbro Toys Captain America shield out of like duct tape and a trash can lid.
Yeah, that's what he did, and then it broke.
It broke like one hit. Good times, man. I love watching these Disney Plus shows with you, man.
Yeah, they're great. I have a lot of fun with all of you, because I wouldn't enjoy it as much by myself.
Yeah, you'd be like, I'd rather watch the news.
No. No.
No.
Ew, no.
Alright, well. You got anything else you want to talk about?
Well, since we're wrapping it up, I just want to complain about one thing.
Okay.
We're hitting the movie season for the summer.
We are.
And as you all know, we're excited for Space Jam 2. I don't anticipate this movie to be the best movie, but I'm going to tell y'all right now, why the fuck the toy's $50? Why is Lola Bunny looking broke ass for $49.99 at Walmart? Yet Marvin the Martian, which is a 12-inch toy, is $20.
Because kids get more use out of the Lola Bunny toy?
Dude, but it shouldn't even look that good. None of the toys look good. None of the toys look good. I'm very disappointed. I went back and looked at the old one. I actually have some McDonald's ones, and they look better. And I got that for free recently, as in like a month ago.
Wow. very sad.
And then they have minifigures, and the minifigures look better than the tall figures. And they come in little basketballs.
Well, is this like a normal thing for like toys based on cartoons that just suck?
I don't know, because, like, sometimes you can tell a good franchise by the toys that they make. Sometimes. I'm not saying all the time. Like, Ninja Turtles, to me, it has a legendary toy line.
Yes.
Like, all their toys, even if the series is something that I don't like, they've had a good toy line. So...
I guess it depends on the manufacturer.
Well, whoever's developing these toys, they're doing a really bad job. They're trying to do what they did in the past, where you have a bad guy and a good guy in the package, and you get a toy thing with it.
Right.
So, because in the past, I had Lola, Bugs, Wile E. Coyote, and I don't remember who else that I had. I wish I didn't give them away. But, you know, that's the case of raw.
Maybe...
Is there SpaceJam.com?
There should be. Maybe you have to wait for the Hot Toys versions of the Looney Tunes characters, so that way you can have a Lola Bunny with a flat chest, and if you want, you can add a big chest to her.
Oh my god, you stupid. Oh my god. Well, when I go to SpaceJam.com, let's see, are there any... Hey, dude, what you gonna... You're about to leave the Space Jam site, A New Legacy. I just want to know... Oh my god! Shoot back to the 1996 Space Jam site! Yo!
Ew!
Yo! No, I loved it. As a kid, I spent hours on this 1996 Space Jam site. I would download all of the coloring pages. I still have them.
Oh
they were given a basketball game. Dude, it's like they pulled it from... They didn't even fix the links. This is so crazy. I'm geeking out here.
Oh my god.
I'm geeking out here.
Shit hurts
Postcards,
my eyes.
screensavers. Oh my god,
The soundtrack
Stop
is here.
it.
You can get the soundtrack for $8.99 on cassette at J&R Music World.
I love it.
This should be the logo.
See the product. It should be.
Space Jam episode should be the logo for this episode.
Yeah, that should be. You gotta make it. Just trick everyone.
No, I'll use it for the Space Jam episode.
We'll use it for the...
Because there's a rumor that you're coming to visit this summer, and it might fall in line with the time of Space Jam 2.
Yeah. We gotta make everything align.
Yeah.
But I think we've extended our welcome here long enough.
Did you get vaccinated? Oh wait, do cartoons get vaccinated?
I'm vaccinated. I gotta wait for my last one, and then we're good to go.
I didn't know cartoons get vaccinated. Don't the needle go right through you?
Wow, I don't even... well, my human side is vaccinated. My cartoon side doesn't get sick, so that's that.
Your human side is just loosey-goosey with everyone.
It is. I hate traveling. You know what? Ever since I took the red pill and I became a being of multi-dimensions, it just sucks. Science experiment, multi-dimensional faceted. Hate it.
You know, the weird thing about Space Jam 2 is that they have all those other franchises making cameos, like all the WB franchises. I feel like that's like been a trend lately, like with the Lego Movie and Ready Player One.
Well, they're doing a Ready Player One right now, so...
So I just don't want the Looney Tunes to get overshadowed by like Agent Smith from The Matrix.
Oh, Lord. It's like, oh, well.
You can make a cameo in Space Jam if you wanted to.
I'm gonna stand in the back and just sing and just do the booty drop. Hey, dude, what you gonna do? Dude, what you gonna do? That's all I'm gonna say.
They gotta re-record I Believe I Can Fly with like Bruno Mars or something.
Yeah. And all I can think of is just like, baby, you can fly, baby, you can fly. That's all he said.
Well, hopefully it'll be worth the waits. Okay.
All right, folks. It was a pleasure. We love you. Spread love and positivity. And good night.
Stay safe. Get vaccinated if you can. Or if you don't believe in vaccinations, then just stay the hell away from me.
And yes.
Bye.
Bye.